Guys, I am creating another YouTube video. It's been like a minute. What I'm going to do in this YouTube video is talk about basically school. Since school is not going to be starting up in a couple of almost, it's going to feel like a couple of days instead of years or months or weeks. What I want to talk about is how to be better at math. Timetables at best. What you do is start off with pluses. If you're a teacher and you watching this video, this is how you be good at math, and this is how you teach your students how to deal with math problems. It's very simple, very easy. One, if you're starting off with timetables, what you should do is first off teach them pluses. And teach them that you can use pluses with timetables. And then afterwards, you want to teach them how to decrease and increase a timetable with pluses. Like 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that means if you have 1 times 2, that makes it 2. And then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So that means that if you have 3 times 1, that makes 3. I'm trying to focus on this game as well as talk to y'all, so it could be very interesting. Because you can go down with pluses by using the same numbers as well as using different numbers with it. I'm trying to teach y'all how to help yourself and make yourself much more smarter. Because it's not going to be smart to basically give your students some hard projects, which is somewhat difficult for them to do. Sometimes they do just randomly pop in and pop out commercials. I do have water like animals and stuff like that. But literally, if you're a teacher, you gotta learn that everything don't work with every student. This might work with some students, but it's not might work with all students. And sometimes math might help out one student than the other. And when you're using this type of math that I'm using, it's particularly better to use it in a state of form where you can actually use it in your career. And sometimes it's better to teach students what they need and what they might not need. Don't teach them all the exact same thing, because some students might have a different career than you might think. I'm not good at these fighting games fully. I am good at games. I'm very smart. I know how to do math. I'm not that good at math, but I know how to do it. I'm not going to say math is very hard or one of the most difficult subjects. Math is not difficult. It's not easy. It's not difficult at all. It can be very complicated and very convoluted. But you have to figure out a way specifically for you how you would do math. When I do math, it's somewhat of a convoluted way. It's not easy. It's not difficult. It's not like an easy way of doing math, or it's not quick math. And sometimes I think of stuff before other people. Like, really, not all artistic people are the same. Not all the artistic that I have is the same as everybody that's artistic. Sometimes you do have artistic people like convoluted type stuff. Unlike me, who don't like to do who don't like to do the hard way. I like to find a way that fits perfectly for me. Because, like, sometimes doing it the harder way is not the most easiest ways to do it for me. And I can be somewhat self-sabotaging myself when it comes to certain things. And I somewhat dislike when people rate music and then afterwards don't try to make music themselves. Rate it after you try to make music, because that is a much more difficult thing to do than just rating music. You can rate it all you want. That don't make you a music artist. You're not a music artist, even if you rate music. You can call yourself a music artist, but that don't mean that you are a music artist. You should learn how to make music before you rate it. Because being a music artist is a hard job. I'm not a music artist. I know how difficult it can be for some people. And when you have to make sure that you're doing very well financially, physically, and make sure that you don't do no stuff that can put any one of your family members in danger. Even as an influencer, you gotta make sure you do the correct things so you won't get endangered or won't be endangered in your family or someone else's family. And you gotta make sure that you don't do nothing dumb, that you don't do nothing convoluted that could basically endanger someone else's life because you want to get more viewers on your TikTok or on your like Facebook page. tirade, I can't help it. It feels fun to go on tirades because tirades can be very fun, very interesting, very convoluted, and it can actually help out your mind going in a tirade. Going too much in a tirade can throw one in danger. Have anyone listened to the new Eminem song? That stuff is fire. If you homie to like Eminem or anyone, don't diss them because a homie don't diss. Because and like in YouTube, saying your opinion can be very dangerous because literally you can say your opinion, but to a point or a limit. Like in America, we do have freedom of speech, but that don't go too far. Like nowadays, you have the limit because of people who want to be like, yeah, fighting, picket fences, yay, and all that other stuff. Because of people like them, most of our laws are basically being null and void almost, and sometimes been considered crimes. Like freedom of speech is considered almost a crime nowadays. If you want to endanger other people's opinion, what you just doing is endanger your opinion as well. You're not endangering my opinion, you're endangering some of my opinions as well as your own opinions. Because I see from all sides. Not just one, not just two, from all sides. But if you're going to say your opinion on the internet, make sure it's not endangering someone else's opinion. Their freedom of speech on the internet. Because sometimes you could be doing that without actually knowing that you're doing it. Or without trying to do it. If you ever gonna start up a company or anything, what's the first thing you should do is start on something like YouTube. YouTube can be a great platform and way to actually start up a company. Because sometimes, back in the days, you didn't have stuff like YouTube or TikTok. So you didn't have like something helping you out. So like, what's your thing do? So starting on YouTube to start your job, starting your career, and starting your life can actually help. And I know I went on a tirade about math, but that math problem, that math solution can actually help you. I'm going to show you how to do it by the self-text. And I'm going to stop going on the tirade. So bye, see you.
De nada.